So you're moving to Los Angeles and you're considering the South Bay area. In this video, I'm gonna take you on a little map tour of everything you need to know about the South Bay. We're gonna be exploring Torrance, Redondo Beach, Palos Verdes, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, El Segundo, the airport, literally everything you need to know, the different shopping centers, how far away you are from different amusement parks, amenities, sports stadiums, literally everything that you wanna know, and we'll help you find that right spot. So let's get to it. Hey there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Mike Deblack, and I am a local real estate here in the Los Angeles area. If you are brand new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap that bell notification. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. And we're posting tons of videos just like this one, helping people decide where to move and what the best spot is for them when they're moving to the Los Angeles area. And we're getting tons of phone calls, texts, and emails basically every day from people like yourself looking to move here, and we absolutely love it. So we're gonna drop our contact information down below here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want help with your move, make sure you reach out to us. Shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. We've got your back when moving to this area. So as I mentioned, we're gonna be going over all the different cool things in the South Bay. We're gonna dive into my computer here in a second to show you the full map view. Full disclosure, I was born in the South Bay, lived there for, I probably lived in the South Bay for over 30 years. So I'm basically a South Bay expert. Went to high school, like I said, born there, elementary school, middle school, high school. I went to college down at San Diego State for a little bit, but then I came back and finished up at Cal State Dominguez Hills, which is in the South Bay as well. So literally, like, anything South Bay related, I'm your guy. So hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comments down below and I'll be happy to help. But let's dive into that computer. Alrighty, so let's dive in here to the computer. That way you guys get this whole map view, see everything I'm talking about with the South Bay. Alright, so just before we get started, I'm gonna draw a little couple things here. Alright, so downtown LA is basically right here, this little red dot. Alright, that's going to be where downtown LA is. Alright, right here is about where LAX is, that little red dot. Alright, and what we're talking about is pretty much everything south of here and east of here, and kind of north, whoops, this whole region here. Alright, this whole spot here is basically the South Bay. I'm going to clear that up. We'll zoom into it though, okay? Alright, so as we zoom in here, alright, let's start off. Basically, let's just start off at the airport. All right, so at LAX right here, okay, and then right below LAX is going to be El Segundo. All right, El Segundo is your little mom and pop type town. When I talk to people that aren't from here, I basically say El Segundo is that like that Midwestern high school town that you see in the movies, but it was just dropped on the beach in California. All right, it's very small, small town feel community. Let me just pull up the satellite view here. Alrighty. All right, so the airport here, boom, El Segundo. All right, so you got some beach there. You got Dockweiler Beach. People do bonfires and stuff like that. Oh, when you're in high school in the South Bay, it's kind of where you go to. You know, get your initiation into society, I guess. So you got El Segundo here. So this big spot, all right here, is basically. Whoops, where'd my marker go? Hold up. Make it red. Boom. All right. So this, all of this around here is basically. All of this is what we consider El Segundo. This is where you're going to live if you live in El Segundo. Alrighty. On this part over here of El Segundo, so east of Sepulveda / PCH right here, east of that all this stuff over here is going to be like the corporate type stuff. So I actually used to be before, shoot, how long ago? I forget how long ago it was. But I used to work in one of these buildings here off of Grand. All right. But also the Lakers are over here. Their corporate headquarters. The LA Kings are over here. And they're doing some other stuff too. But so El Segundo, if you're gonna live in El Segundo, it's over here. All right. Little small side note: if you like the movie Superbad, El Segundo High School is where it was filmed. All right. So the high school's right here. You got Rec Park. It's a pretty happening place in El Segundo where a lot of youth sports happen. Alrighty. And you're only a couple blocks away from the beach over here. Alright, but like I said, it's a very small town feel. Main Street is kind of where there's all kinds of cool little shops and restaurants. There's a sandwich shop called Rinaldi's, one of my favorite spots when I used to work over in that spot where I showed you guys. Used to come here to Rinaldi's for lunch a couple times a week. So this whole area is kind of the really cool spot of it. That's basically what El Segundo is. If we go a little bit further up, PCH / Sepulveda right here, they have a newer like shopping center type thing. All right, it's gonna be, where are we at? Zoom in. All right, there's a newer shopping center here, outdoor, really good restaurants. This restaurant, North Italia, bomb. Lots of good food there. So this is a newer spot. It's called The Point. All right, so all kinds of little restaurants, cafe type things, lots of shopping. If we go a little bit further south, we're gonna find ourselves in Manhattan Beach. All right, Manhattan Beach is it's a beach community with various types of homes. You're gonna have areas that could be a little bit smaller of homes where you're kind of your traditional residential areas. But as we get closer to down here closer to the water in these areas, maybe even a little further down. Anyways, but there's beach volleyball down there. But these homes on the water, everything's really accessible. You got the Manhattan Beach Pier as well, with lots of good restaurants and eateries. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's some really nice spots in Manhattan Beach. Lots of good restaurants. Like I said, so like Manhattan Beach is a spot where there's some money. You got Miracosta High School. Let me find Miracosta High School really quick. Oh, side note while I'm up here, if you are into playing a little bit of golf, there's like an executive golf course here. It's just a par 3. Really nice. We went there my wife had a baby shower recently, and my dad, my brother, me, and my son went there, and we played some golf. It was pretty nice little recent find by me. So just thought I'd share that. Anyways, all right. So here, this was number one. Like I said, is PCH / Sepulveda. It goes basically all the way through, basically all of California. Alrighty, but let's go to, where are we at with Miracosta High School? Alright, that's the high school that's in Manhattan Beach. Here we go. Alright, Miracosta High School. Alright, very nice little spot here. Alright, and it kind of borders Redondo Beach a little bit and Hermosa Beach too. So you got Manhattan Beach here. So anything kind of down in this area over here, you get that beach living. Alright, anything over this way is still pretty nice living. It's just your normal, suburbia. All right, we're gonna work our way down into Hermosa Beach. Our Hermosa Beach is a little bit smaller. All right, you do have the Hermosa Beach Pier over here. All right, this spot right here. So the pier goes all the way out to here. All right, but this little section right here that's the nightlife in the South Bay. All right, when you're a young 20-something in college and you're trying to get wifed up or find a man or something, you're gonna go to Hermosa Beach. You're gonna go to the bars. Got some cool bars, cool restaurants. Even to this day, it's kind of where people go for some nice restaurants for their birthdays and that sort of thing. So you got some between Hermosa Beach and Manhattan Beach at their pier areas. There's some nice restaurants to choose from and bars to hang out at. So. So we got Hermosa Beach there. Like I said, it's a little bit on the, it's a pretty small beach town. All right, and then we're gonna have Redondo Beach. I'm just gonna pull Redondo Beach up just so you can see the shape of it within the South Bay, because it's not just on the beach. All right, you see North Redondo's up in here, all right, all the way down. So it's gonna border Hermosa, it borders Manhattan, and I think it borders parts of El Segundo as well. All right, so it's pretty like long and skinny, all right. But a lot of the beach areas that you're going to be looking at with Redondo Beach are going to be, let me take this off, right here. So we got the Redondo Beach Pier, all right, and they're supposed to be redoing it here soon. They've been saying that forever, that they're going to build some outdoor mall type thing there. Still waiting for that to happen, but Redondo Beach is a highly desired area in the South Bay. All right, right here, Catalina Avenue. You're going to have your choice of like penthouses overlooking the ocean, you know, that style of living. But you're also going to have, like right along the water here, like people whose backyard is literally the ocean. My mom's boss actually used to live off of Avenue on Catalina, or is it Esplanade? Esplanade's where it's at. My bad. So Catalina's here, but the next street in is Esplanade. My mom's boss used to live in one of these houses somewhere over here. He actually used to play for the Patriots back in the day. But so whenever we'd go to the beach, we'd see his house, and he's right here, just looking over the ocean. Amazing. You have options. So you can live in, you know, a multi-family type thing, or a penthouse overlooking the ocean. You can have a house on the beach, or you can be a little bit more, I guess, clustered up in here, where the lots are a little bit skinnier. So there's some spots here where it's multi-unit, or some of them are just long, skinny, single-unit, single-family type homes. So whatever your cup of tea is, there's options for you in Redondo Beach. Another cool part of Redondo Beach, as we come down Catalina Avenue here.
Daddy,
What's up?
Jet tried to punch me in the face.
Alrighty. I'll talk to him in a second. Can you close the door? I'm working.
He tried to get me away.
Okay, I'll talk to him in a second. I'm working, baby. All right, so as we go down Catalina Avenue here, you know, we call them the avenues. Yeah, so there's Catalina Avenue, but then there's the avenues. So there's Avenue A, B, C, D. You know, just, they're lettered. El Burrito Jr. is a great Mexican food spot if you're ever in the area. Outdoor spot. Sometimes my brother-in-law actually saw some NBA guys. Matt Barnes was there once. Yeah, so really cool little Mexican food spot. People usually go there before they go down to the beach, but all these avenues go all the way down to the beach. All right, you can kind of see here. There's ivy here, but then there's walkways down to the strand. All right, but back to what I was talking about. So we go down Catalina. Alrighty, and as we get down here, this area here is called the Riviera Village. Right there, that's the Riviera Village. There's tons of little mom and pop restaurants and bars and eateries and desserts and stuff like that. You know, it's the type of place, you know, people just walk their dog, they go sit on a patio, you know, go eat some dinner, drink some wine, have some drinks, that sort of thing. Very chill, very relaxed, a little bit older feel than, you know, Hermosa Beach, where Hermosa Beach has a younger feel. This is kind of where you would go to relax a little bit. And then when you're done with your dinner or something, you walk down, you just walk down. Whoopsies. You just walk down to the beach. You watch the sunset. So my father-in-law actually used to own a restaurant here in the Riviera Village. You just, you know, come down here, have a glass of wine, have some dessert or something, and come out here and walk down Vista Del Mar. Boom, you are at the beach watching the sunset. Gorgeous sunsets. Sometimes you're bored, you could just drive up and down Esplanade watching the sunset, people watching. Very very chill, relaxed, you know, cool thing to do. So that is kind of it for Redondo Beach as far as what I'm going to dive into here. If you go further south here, you're actually going to go up into Palos Verdes Estates. We call it the Hill. It's called the Hill. This is high, like, luxury living. One of my friends describes the Hill as where the owner of the company lives. Like, no matter what company you work for, you know, if it's a decent sized company in the, you know, South Bay, Los Angeles area, The owner of the company lives or owns something on this hill. All right, it's hard to tell from this map, but they call it the hill. And I mean, there's some gorgeous, gorgeous views here. People often come up here. They do their proposals on the edges of the cliffs here, overlooking the water. You got Terranea Resort, which is one of the top hotels and resorts in the whole country. Tons of golf courses. When Tiger Woods crashed his car, back in last year, he was actually driving down here. I think it was either Crenshaw or Hawthorne. Anyways, but he was, if you're into golf, that's your sort of thing. There's tons of really nice golf courses up here. Palos Verdes is a cool spot with lots and lots of money and lots and lots of land. It's kind of older money. But that doesn't mean you can't sneak in there. All right. Next up, I'm going to talk about Torrance. All right. Torrance has the largest population, all right, of all these spots. Whoopsies. All right. Largest population. It covers a lot of ground within the South Bay. You see the red outline there. It is huge. All right. Torrance is so big that there's a West Torrance High School, a North Torrance High School, a South Torrance High School, and there's just Torrance High School. Not to mention there's Bishop Montgomery High School, which is the private high school in the area. That's where I went to school. Anyways, so as we zoom into Torrance, all right, the most notable thing in Torrance is going to be the Del Amo Mall. At one point, it was one of the largest malls. I think it was the largest mall in the country. Has all your shopping and good restaurants and that sort of thing. So people come hang out here. The funny thing is, so this is Hawthorne Boulevard. All right, Hawthorne Boulevard's like one of the main streets that goes through the South Bay. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit here. All right, you'll notice, so there's Hawthorne Boulevard. We'll go up. All right, and here's the South Bay Galleria, which is another mall. It's also on Hawthorne Boulevard, a couple miles away from the Del Amo Mall. All right, so this is in Redondo Beach. All righty. If we come down here, boom, we're back at the Del Amo Mall. All righty. As we go into Torrance, all right, so let's just start off in this West Torrance area. You'll see West Torrance High School. All right. And this is going to be trip you out a little bit. So we got West Torrance High School is going to be right here. All right, this is West Torrance High School. All right, right here we got Redondo Union High School. I mean, there's one neighborhood between these two schools. All right, that's just, I find that funny. Anyway, so you got West Torrance High School. So this is the West Torrance area. Very desirable area in Torrance. You're gonna have some older homes, but it's really, really cool community. With lots. This whole South Bay area is going to be great if you have a family for sports. Just really good youth sports in the area. But as we go back into this, so we're in West Torrance here. Whoopsies. West Torrance. If we work our way down over here, we're going to end up in South Torrance. All right, we got South Torrance High School is going to be right there. That's South Torrance High School. All right, and actually around South Torrance High School during Christmas time, they have like this cool like Christmas light area. They call it Candy Cane Lane. I'm sure wherever you're coming from, there's probably another Candy Cane Lane. But it's this one's really, really nice. People, I mean, we're talking during Christmas time, like there's like an hour-long line just to get through, and it's almost like a single file line driving all through the different areas over here to get through Candy Cane Lane. All right, let's work our way down a little bit. This is also still South Torrance. All right, as we get over here, there's a little shopping center by the Torrance Airport. You can have Costco and Sam's over there. All right, and we're gonna work our way kind of central / Old Town Torrance. All right, so Torrance High School. All right, excuse me. All right, so Torrance High School is right there. If you watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in the day, Torrance High School right there. All right, that's where it was. All right, so we got Torrance High School, which is basically east / central Torrance. There's Old Town Torrance here. All right, on Cabrillo Avenue, there's a bunch of older shops and restaurants and stuff like that. Right in, where are we at? Yeah, right over here. This whole area here is gonna have some older restaurants and stuff like that. So off in between Carson and Torrance on Cabrillo, in that little neighborhood tucked in there, some older homes there. So you're looking for like a more of an older feel to it. Like, I don't know, it's been described to as cute. Nice, cute little area. That's kind of where that would be. So there's that, and then we're going to go into North Torrance. All right, the big refinery here, by the way. Side note, yeah, if this was to like blow up ever, yeah, we're talking. I think they said it was like a mile or 2 miles, just poof, obliterated. But yeah, every once in a while there's a fire at the refinery. I think it's like the first Wednesday of every month they like light the torch or something to let some steam off. But every once in a while there's a fire at the refinery. Anyways, let's go into the North Torrance area up here. So North Torrance is kind of right by that South Bay Galleria, the mall in Redondo Beach I was talking about, kind of borders up there. But North Torrance High School is right here off of 182nd. That's where that is. So Prairie and 182nd. We got Columbia Park here. A lot of high schools kind of do like cross-country running and track type stuff over there. Long-distance running, some youth stuff going on. And that basically is Torrance for you. And just some things to consider. Like a lot of people in the South Bay stay in the South Bay kind of thing. So there's lots of corporate jobs in there. But everything is so far from the freeway, or it feels so far if you're not, if you're not in North Torrance. So North Torrance has access to the 405 here, and then you have the 90. Let me just show you here. So the 405 right there. So this, oopsies. This freeway right here is the 405, all right? And then over here we got the 91 freeway, which is also basically Artesia Boulevard runs into it. So if you're in North Torrance, you come down here, you're gonna get Gardena, and you're gonna hit the 91, and that's kind of where you would access things from Torrance. Or you're gonna come down to this 110 freeway down here. All right, the 110. But if you're living over in these areas, that is a long drive to get there. All right, just to give you guys some reference about the traffic within this area, I'll give you little 2 pieces of reference. Number one, when I lived in Torrance, I lived in this one of the areas in Torrance that I lived. Whoops. One of the areas I lived in Torrance was basically. Let me zoom in even. Where's Anza? There's Anza and PCH. Okay, so there's this. I used to live right in this area over here. All right, and then I would go to. Oh, excuse me. I would go to work right by the airport, basically. All right, so I live here, and I'm just driving up PCH. We're talking one road all the way up into the El Segundo area. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. Oops, zoom out. That's no good. With that little mark there. All right, but anyways, so we're talking, let's say I worked here. Let's say I lived here, just driving all the way up here. This is an 8-mile drive. It would take me between 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes every morning for my commute. And this is like no turns, anything. So that's one little piece of advice on like traffic within that area. All right, something else to consider, all right, would be, zoom back down. And once again, this is just to illustrate the traffic. All right, I used to live, my parents actually lived by the Long Mall, so let's just call it right here. All right, and if you wanted to get to the freeway, we would just go to the 110, which is right here. All right, so we're just gonna go down Sepulveda Boulevard right here. Just go straight down, and then that's gonna either take you, most of the time you're gonna go to Dodger Stadium, or you're gonna go somewhere. You're gonna go up this way, up 110 north. All right, and you get to the 405, and that's gonna give you another interchange. You can go there, or you can go, north or south. All right. What the heck's going on with this marker? Anyways, all right. But this drive here going down would take probably about, we're looking at 15 minutes to go from here to the closest freeway. 15 minutes. So a lot of people, don't really like to leave the South Bay when, once they're there. Just there's a lot of street traffic. Yeah. So. That's basically it. So hopefully I've given you a decent little overview of the whole South Bay area. I will see you back on the regular camera here in a second. Well, there you have it. We've gone over pretty much everything that you need to know in regards to the South Bay. Showed you all the cool beach spots, showed you all the malls, told you about some cool neighborhoods, cool communities, showed you how far away certain things are, and just really showed you, you know, how cool this area is and why I really enjoyed growing up there and having that whole family life down there. And that's why my parents still live in the area. So reach out to us and, you know, tell us a couple things about yourself, and we will help you find that right spot for you, whether it's somewhere in the South Bay, whether it's, you know, Torrance, Redondo Beach, maybe it's Palos Verdes, or maybe it's not there. I mean, you know, maybe this video turned you off. We've got you covered all over LA. So, you know, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Contact information is right here. Days, nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. We look forward to helping you with your move here to the Los Angeles area. Until next time, we'll see ya.